Hi, I'm Mark,
And I'm Natalie.
and this is 100 Second Haunts.
Today's movie is Barbarian.
My favorite scary movies are always ones with ghosts and demons. And I have to say, for one that doesn't have that, this is high on my list. This movie starts off with a bang, but it's a slow bang.
At first, this movie is just a whole bunch of red flags. Like, damn girl, get out.
Everything that ever would make you turn around and go back home happens, but she doesn't turn around and go back home.
Then it turns into an absolute nightmare.
My favorite character was the homeless man, Andre. And I find it absolutely hilarious that he knows what's going on at this house and hasn't gone to the police because he's a crack addict.
My favorite character is the Skarsgård, and it always will be the Skarsgård, Keith. He's so creepy hot.
He does look great in this role.
He plays that line between sweet, genuine, and creepy, entirely a psychopath very, very well. You never know what his motivations are.
I'm giving the creepy award to the mother and Frank. They are scary AF.
My creepy award goes to the Barbarian's lair because can you imagine opening up a basement door and finding an entire labyrinth underneath your house? It's like House of Leaves, horror, shit. No, thank you. My best scare is obviously also about the mother, but I think it's when you first see the mother, when Keith is in the hallway and he's like, something's after me, and then she just freaking runs and appears and snatches him, starts banging his head. Oh, that's terrifying.
My best scare is when AJ is hilariously measuring the square footage of this underground layer under his house so he can add it when he goes to sell the home and he first sees the mother and his flashlight's dying and it's kind of strobe lighting in the hallway as this thing is running towards him.
Too much blood, not enough blood, or just the right amount of blood. I don't need blood. That's always the right amount if there's barely any blood.
Yeah, I'm going to definitely say right amount also.
Biggest winner, the couple from the 1980s that left before all of this shit started happening.
Their neighbor that got the fuck out. My biggest loser was Keith. He seemed like a really nice guy. He let Tess in to the Airbnb when he was already in there. They both booked it. She probably wouldn't have let him in if she got there first and he showed up second. He had a great company and he did nothing but help Tess and he met a very violent death.
I thought the biggest loser was Andre, our man Andre, because again, he just wanted to help. And for 15 years, he's lived in this ghetto in Detroit where he's the only person on the damn block, saving everyone from the mother, and he gets beaten to death with his own arm.
DCFT, don't care for that. The titties.
The titties. We don't like the titties.
It's got to be the titties. The only time in history we ain't caring for the titties.
And of course, our final girl is Tess. She's the only one that makes it out alive. And, well, we assume she makes it out alive. We're rooting for you, girl.
I love how at the beginning of this movie you really thought it was one thing and it turns out to go in a complete opposite direction. And then just when that starts to get going, it has this amazing comedic relief. Whether he's driving his red convertible on PCH or it's about to come out that he's a rapist, which he still makes somehow to be really funny, or measuring the square footage of this house he's trying to sell because he's going broke because he's kicked off his TV show for being a rapist. This movie's funny parts really hit.
AJ is a bad guy. He questions if he's a bad guy. And in the end, he's a bad guy and he gets exactly what he deserves. But he is hilarious. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of 100 Second Haunts.